Visit our YouTube channel at Max TV. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications on our uploads.
Some concerned cross-riverians have condemned what they describe as illegal disqualification of Honorable Justice Akon Ikpeme'S as Chief Judge of Cross River State by the Cross River State House of Assembly. They are calling on the Cross River State government to immediately swear in Justice Akon Ikpeme'S, the most senior judicial officer in the state, as substantive Chief Judge in line with the rule of law. Correspondent Lovely Figo has the details.
Honorable Justice Akon Ikpeme'S, the most senior judicial officer in Cross River State, is by law, judicial convention, and rules of practice the rightful occupant of the office of Chief Judge. After openly expressing its reluctance to endorse her appointment since the office became vacant in December 2019, the 25-member Cross River State House of Assembly on March 2 this year turned down her confirmation as substantive Chief Judge of Cross River State. According to the lawmakers, appointing Justice Ikpeme'S, who hails from Akwa Ibom State, as Chief Judge of Cross River State was a security threat to the state. Barely 24 hours after Justice Ikpeme'S' rejection by the Cross River State House of Assembly, Governor Ben Ayade on March 3, 2020, swore in Justice Maurice Energy, a junior officer in the hierarchy of the state's judiciary, as substantive Chief Judge.
The opportunity given you is rare. It comes from God. You are supposed to dispense justice without fear or favor. You have to have fairness of mind. The law is blind. It shouldn't be sensitive to religion, ethnicity, color, race, creed, or any other affiliations. We ask that the leadership of the judiciary under your watch should be very exemplary and should be such that every other state would like to emulate.
It has come to me as a beautiful surprise. I assure you that I will not only uphold the Constitution, I will walk with the fear of God at all times.
The logic behind Justice Ikpeme'S rejection has been widely described as ridiculous and discriminatory. Observers believe that in rejecting her, the lawmakers were only doing the bidding of the state governor, Professor Ben Ayade, who they say has never hidden his agenda of imposing someone from the Northern Senatorial District, where he comes from, as Chief Judge of the state. A mother of four, Justice Ikpeme'S was born in Calabar, capital of Cross River State, to an Ibibio father who hailed from Akwa Ibom State and an Efik mother. She is married to an Efik man who is a Cross Riverian and has lived and worked all her life in Cross River State. Even when Akwa Ibom State was created from the old Cross River State in 1987, she chose to remain in Cross River State and has contributed immensely to the development of the state.
The Constitution allows for a woman to claim both her place of origin and also where she's married to. This woman is married to a Cross Riverian and has 4 children for her Cross Riverian Efik husband. And that qualifies her as a full-fleshed and full-born Cross Riverian. And we are yet to get the full explanations as to what they understand or what they mean by security threats. How is a woman who has lived all her life in the States, how has she become a security threat to the state? She has served the state as, the Director for Public Prosecution. She has served in different capacities. She's the most senior judge in the state, just at the point where she's supposed to take this office. We understand that she's a victim of the political twist that is going on in the state.
While Justice Ikpeme'S is viewed in some quarters as a victim of political interplay in Cross River State, her predicament is described as outright discrimination by notable gender rights activists.
We are not happy. The women of Cross River are crying. We say no.
We are to meet Mrs. Ayade today. We will tell her, ma, we have all been slapped in our faces by this decision.
The judiciary is a sacred institution with a constitutional mandate to promote justice for citizens and cannot afford to operate at the whims and caprices of other arms of government. The attempt by the legislative and executive branches of government to handpick a chief judge in Cross River State in violation of the Constitution, judicial tradition, and rules of practice is a threat to democracy and good governance anywhere in the world. 8 years ago, Justice Ifeoma Jumbo was nominated to the Court of Appeal by Abia State Governor at that time, Governor Theodore Orji. She originally hails from Anambra State, but married to a man from Abia State. She lived in Abia and served in the Abia State Judiciary. Her appointment was put on hold following a petition from some persons in Abia State challenging her appointment to a position reserved for a candidate from Abia State. They insisted she is not from Abia State. However, after a review of the case by the National Judicial Council, they directed that she be immediately sworn in. Today, she is a judge of the Court of Appeal. It is against this backdrop that advocates of good governance in the state and the country at large are insisting that the National Judicial Council wades into the matter and ensure that Justice Akon Ikpeme'S, the most senior judicial officer in Cross River State, be sworn in without any further delay as substantive chief judge of the state.
I do think that it is wrong, it is primitive, it is unacceptable that the reason that was given for her rejection was because of her state of origin, when indeed an acquirable indigent is on the Cross River State Executive Council, when indeed 3 members of the Executive Council of Cross River State are from the Northeast, the North Central, and the Northwest. And therefore, it is important that Cross Riverians must know, and Niger Delta people must know, that the continual discrimination against each other does not make for regional integration and brotherhood that is required at this time of national trial, when all regions and all zones, the political zones, are coming together to foster economic and social relations for the development of their zones. And the South-South, which is the economic nerve center of the Nigerian economy, cannot afford to be divided along tribal, ethnic, and state lines.
The Nigerian Bar Association, whose current chairman, Paul Osoro, SAN, from Akwa Ibom State, has not done enough to ensure justice in the matter. Though it opposed the appointment of Justice Maurice Energy as Cross River's Chief Judge, it must go beyond mere issuance of press statements and do what it must within the ambits of the law to protect the sanctity of the judicial profession.
Inside the Niger Delta,